right, hi guys. Today we are going over section 8.5, which is properties of logarithms. This is a really cool section because there's a couple properties that go along with logarithms that no other part of math can do. Okay, so the three properties we're doing today is the product property, quotient, and the power property. The product property says that if we have log of two things being multiplied together, we can separate that into addition. So you can see here we have log of 9 times x. We broke that up into log of 9 plus log of x. Same here with the quotient. If we have two things being divided by each other, that's basically the opposite of multiplication, then we can change that to that first thing minus log of the second thing, okay? So you can see here we had log of 4 over 5. We changed that to log of 4 minus log of 5. We also have the power rule, which says log of m to the p means we can bring p out in front. So basically all that happened was that p came out in front. So you can see here we have log base 2 of 8 to the x. We just bring the x out front, okay? So throughout these notes, we're going to go through the product rule, quotient rule, power rule, all separately, and then we're going to practice them all together. All right. The first thing we're doing is the product rule. So just so that you realize this, the product rule says that if we have log of a times b, that's the same thing as log of a plus log of b. All right, so that's the product rule. If we have two things multiplied, that changes to addition. Now, when you are doing examples, you'll be asked to do two different things, either expand or condense. Expand means to make bigger, okay? So make sure you are aware of that. Expand means to make bigger. Okay, so we're going to be making it bigger. Condense, on the other hand, means to make smaller. All right, so in this first example, it's asking us to expand the logarithm log of 3 times x times y. Now we know from our rule that we just talked about, the product rule, that if we have two things multiplied together, that changes to addition. So what's being multiplied together here? 3x and y. So we can simply change that to log of 3 plus log of x plus log of y. And that's our final answer here. Okay, so that's all there is to it. That's called expanding. That's our product rule. Go ahead and pause the video and try number 2. Expand log of xz 7. Okay, after trying that on your own, you should have expanded that to log of x plus log of z plus log of 7. Because we know that if we have things being multiplied together, that changes to addition. Now, a lot of students will get confused about when we need all these logs. Well, if it's all condensed as multiplication, when we separate it as addition, we need a log for each thing that we separate. All right, we could also be asked to condense. Okay, so now we have three things being added together. We know that addition changes to multiplication. Okay, so condense means we are making it smaller. So that means now we only need one log. Keep your base 6 here, okay, don't forget about that, of x times a times 7. And that's our final answer. All right, so by condensing, we made it into multiplication, and we only needed one log base 6. Again, keep in mind that it's very important that we only have one log when we condense it. Go ahead and pause the video and try number 4. All right, after trying number 4, you should get log of 100 times 2 times x, which we know can just be rewritten as log of 200 x. Okay, all we did was change addition into multiplication. All right, let's move on to our next rule. we are going to be going over. Now we're going to talk about the quotient property. The quotient property says that if we have log of a divided by b, we can rewrite that as log of a minus log of b. So just like the product property, the log expands to log of a minus log of b. Okay, in this first example, it's asking us to expand. Remember, that means we're going to be making it bigger. We know that division will change into subtraction. So we'll have log of 18 minus log of y. And that's our final answer. Go ahead and try number 2. All right, after trying number 2, we should again break this up into division or subtraction. So we have log base 5. Again, don't forget to keep that base if there is one. Okay, we have log base 5 of 100 minus log base 5 of x. And that's it. All right, so expanding is really easy because we just separate everything. Condensing, we have to make sure to simplify as well. So we have subtraction, so we're just going to go from the left to the right. Subtraction changes into division, right? So condensing, we go down to just one log. So we have log 3 of 30 over 5, and we're still subtracting that log base 3 of x. Now what is 30 over 5? 6, right? So we have log base 3 of 6 minus log base 3 of x. We can go one step further because we know subtraction is just division. So we have log base 3 of 6 divided by x, and that's our final answer. All right, go ahead and try number 4. After trying number 4, you should get log of y over y squared, which simplifies to just log of 1 over y. And that's it. Okay, we have one more property to talk about, and that's the power property. This says that if we have log of a raised to the b, we can bring that b out front and make it b times log of a. And it's that simple. All right, so in number 1, it's asking us to expand. So we're just going to bring that 30 to the front. So we have 30 times log of x, and that's our final answer. Go ahead and try number 2. After trying number 2, you should get x times log of 11 of y. Just bring that exponent out to the front. Our last two on this product or power property is going to be condensing. So all we have to do is put 300 to the exponent. So it becomes log base 4 of z to the 300. And we're done. Go ahead and try number 4. All right, number 4, we get log of 2 to the 3rd. What is 2 to the 3rd? We know it's 8, so we get log of 8. Okay, so we just went through the product property, the quotient property, and the power property. Now we're going to try and use all of our properties together. Okay, I'll do the first one. When you're trying to expand, remember you're making it bigger, don't be overwhelmed by everything that's going on. Take it piece by piece. I first recognize that I have multiplication here, so I'm going to separate that to addition. So we have log base 4 of 5 plus log base 4 of x squared. What else do you notice? Well, we have an exponent right here. We know that exponents can come in the front, so I'm just going to move that. So we'll have log base 4 of 5 plus 2 times log base 4 of x. Okay, is there any more division, multiplication, or exponents? Nope, so we are done with that one. All right, go ahead and try the next one to the right. Okay, after trying this, you should have first broke this up into subtraction because we had division. So we had log with a base of 7 of 3x minus log base of 7 of y. Then we had multiplication here, so we can break that up into addition. So we have log of 7 of 3 plus log 7 of x minus log 7 of y. And that's it. All right, so those are examples of expanding. We could also have to condense. When you're condensing, you always want to try and do exponents first. So I noticed this 2 out front. I'm going to move that to the exponent. So I have log of 16 minus log 2 to the second. Okay, what is 2 to the second? It's 4, right? So we have log of 16 minus log of 4. Then we know subtraction becomes addition. So we have subtraction becomes division. So log of 16 over 4, which just gives us log of 4, and we are all done. Okay, go ahead and try this next one. After solving this one, you should have moved 3 to the top. So I get log 5 to the third plus log of 4. And then that becomes multiplication. So it's log of 5 to the third times 4, which you could go ahead and plug into your calculator. Okay, so you just learned all the 3 properties of logs and how they work. Before you go ahead and do other worksheets, it looks like we have a couple more to try. Okay, go ahead and try it on your own, and then you can come back to the video and I'll have all the answers for you. All right, this first one should end up being log of 2 plus 3 log of x. Our one to the right should end up being log of 6 of 4 plus 2 log 6x minus log 6y. So this was a really long one. Okay, our next one down here should end up being log 2 of 35 just by multiplying 7 and 5 together. And our other one should end up being log x to the third over y. All right. If you have any questions on those, please refer back to these earlier notes talking about your properties because those tell you everything you need to know. Okay, lastly, we have this challenge. Go ahead and try it, then you can come watch me on the video. This is a very difficult one, so I'll be impressed if you can get it. All right, first I would break it up into subtraction. So I have log of 3 for x minus 5 squared minus log of 3 x to the 4th times x minus 1 cubed. Then I would break these both up into addition. So I have log of 3 of 4 plus log base 3 of x minus 5 squared minus log of 3x to the 4th plus log of x minus 1 to the 3rd. Make sure you keep this in parentheses because we're subtracting the whole thing. Then I would just move all my exponents out to the front, okay, and distribute this negative. So I end up with log 3 of 4 plus 2 log 3 of x minus 5 minus 4 log 3 of x, and then by distributing that minus sign, I get minus 3 log of x minus 1. That would be my entire answer. Remember, I cannot expand this subtraction because only division becomes subtraction. Subtraction does not change into division. All right, that was a really hard one, so if you didn't get it, don't feel too bad. Just focus on these earlier ones.